I thought I'd start work on refurbishing this flight bow. I thought I'd rasp down until I'd got rid of the chrysals, but I'm finding it rather hard work. Let's get an idea how much I've rasped off there, and if you look carefully, hopefully you can see it. I'll draw alongside it. There, a couple of millimetres this side of that line. Can you just see the chrysal is still visible? Now it's too difficult to try and show you the verniers on there. It was 12.1 just this side of it, and 8.8 where I've rasped down, and the chrysal is still visible. So I've taken off 3.3 millimetres and you can still see it. So I've probably got to go down 4 millimetres to get rid of it all, and rasping it would take forever, so I'll probably get my draw knife or my spoke shave on it. That's the farrier's rasp for those of you who haven't seen one. I rasped the excess off the belly to get rid of the chrysals, and they went down about 4 millimetres, and trying to get this to an even thickness with a rasp was a right pain in the arse. So I thought, why not mill it on my milling machine, sort of freestyle hand milling if you like, which can be a bit dangerous because you haven't got anything clamped down, you're just sliding it around by hand underneath the milling cutter. But the trick is, don't take too big a cut, and it's a bull-nosed cutter, so it's a round nose, not a flat end mill, so it doesn't snatch so much. The other thing you'll notice is I've got it clamped down onto what looks like just a block of MDF, but it's actually a taper sled for my thicknesser. So the thickness of this tapers at 1 millimetre every 6 inches. And the upshot of that is, if I clamp a bit of wood to that and run it under the mill, then the piece of wood ends up with an equal and opposite taper. So this wood is thicker at this end and thinner at this end, so the wood here will end up thicker at this end and thinner at that end, unless I've got that round the wrong way, in which case I'll be slightly embarrassed. But it's coming on slow and steady with that sort of thing. There it says this way up, 1 millimetre every 6 inches, and thick end there, so I know, so I don't get it wrong. But sliding it around manually under a mill, as I say, it's a little bit twitchy. You can see there, I'm not taking a full cut here, I'm just taking a shallow cut because I had to move my clamps around and all the rest of it. But there's quite a lot of bulk and weight there, so it's not something light that's just going to suddenly snatch out of the mill and rip my hand off. But beware, every man is his own safety officer. I'll see if I can just show you a little bit. I mean, that's a bit dodgy, so I'm only sliding it with one hand, but just gives you an idea. Slow and steady wins the day. I just thought the chances of getting that nice and flat and even, rasping it by hand, were pretty minimal. I do like to have a little tinker with my milling machine. Of course, what I had to do to enable me to slide this back and forth, it's a bit of a silly design, because the wheel that goes on this axis actually sticks up above the bed of the mill. So I took it off. There you go. Also took off the lever that comes out of here, and so on and so forth. Bit of improvisation. There you go. Pans away gracefully.